Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing fantastically well. I hope you're enjoying the consistency of the rumour mill, but the changing of the environment. Don't worry, it will be back to normal by next Monday. It's been a bit chaotic, but I've tried to keep it consistent for you guys. So I know you enjoy the rumour mill, so if you wouldn't mind doing me a solid, hitting the like, comment, make sure you comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So guys, what is going on in the world of Leeds United this morning? Well, Marcelo Bielsa allegedly wanted Lucas Vasquez from Real Madrid. Now, this was alluded to on the rumour mill once again last summer. It didn't come to fruition, but apparently he was one of Bielsa's main targets. We know Vasquez can play on the right, literally anywhere on the right. He's played right centre forward, he's played right wing, he's played right midfield, he's played right back. So he's versatile, isn't he? And that's the key word that we always talk about here on the rumour mill with Marcelo Bielsa's targets. They have to be versatile. Now, it was claimed earlier in the year by Defensa Central that Marcelo Bielsa has specifically requested that Leeds made an attempt to land Vasquez, and it, like I said, it completely fits everything that Leeds United's about. It is the versatility. It's that need for players to plug gaps, square pegs with round holes, but I think that's too simple for a Marcelo Bielsa side. It has to be intertwined, it has to be perfect, they have to fit the mould, and with the signing of Rodrigo, with the signing of Rafinha, Llorente, it almost kind of fit to have someone like Vasquez in the system as well. However, after Carlo Ancelotti's arrival, Vasquez has officially been handed a new deal. The fact that he's signed till 2024 surely takes him out of Leeds United's reach and means that they will have to look elsewhere for wing options. So there you go. Interesting though, because I didn't realise Vasquez was still rumbling on. It was. Apparently he was still one of Marcelo Bielsa's targets. There you go. That is signed, sealed and delivered. Carlo Ancelotti has arrived at Real Madrid, and it just shows what a new manager can have as an impact on a side, and on specific players as well. We know that, we've seen that with Bielsa at Leeds United. Now, something from the McGilligan archives as well, from a source that I have. I don't need to look at the laptop for this one. Leeds United are in for Angus Gunn. Now, take it or leave it. Pinch of salt. If you think that I'm lying, that's fine. Something I've heard. And yeah, Leeds United are in for Angus Gunn. Makes complete sense. Brentford are in for him as well. But once again, a rumour that has resurfaced, and it just shows with Marcelo Bielsa, with Victor ORTA, the likes of Emi Buendia, the rumours of Rodrigo de Paul, Angus Gunn, who was one of the first I ever did on the rumour mill. Players like that, they will always resurface because a club's interest in a player doesn't diminish. It doesn't. I mean, it does if it's like Vasquez and they've been handed new contracts and it's completely out of sorts. But if there's still a possibility there, Angus Gunn being a prime example, Leeds United will stick around. Leeds United will test the waters, and Leeds United will see if they can acquire that player, that talent. But I can tell you right now that Leeds United are in for Angus Gunn. They are monitoring exactly what is going on there. It makes perfect sense. As I say, they were in for him last summer. Didn't quite work out. I believe there was it wasn't last summer, it was the summer before. He went to Southampton instead, but Leeds were in for him. Obviously, Leeds were a championship side at that moment in time. Southampton were a Premier League side, but now obviously that has all changed. Leeds are looking for number 2, and apparently they have inquired about Angus Gunn. So there you go. Little exclusive for you there. Beren Cross has given Pereira update. The Express have reported that the Whites are among a number of clubs who are interested in signing the Brazilian playmaker, who's valued up to 30 million by the Baggies. However, Beren Cross suggests a deal for Pereira is unlikely, and he expects Leeds to look elsewhere for deals on Pereira. He's someone Leeds are aware of, but so is the rest of the Premier League and Europe, says Cross. So yeah, I mean, listen, we all thought that a deal potentially could be done for someone like Pereira, but I think in our mind's eye, we've always known that when we've seen players who in the English leagues have been phenomenal, Leeds haven't really gone there. You look at your likes of Emi Buendia, I remember when we were in for Sergi Canos, I remember there was talk about Ben Rama, there's now been talk about Pereira. Players like this, Leeds are interested in, but it never seems to come to fruition. And whether or not that's because of the price tag, whether or not that's because Leeds United feel that they can get better value for quality on the continent, who knows? But I do feel it is the latter. I feel that when Leeds have been priced at 30 million for a player, when Leeds have been priced at 40 million for a player, when you look at the case of Emi Buendia, Leeds just aren't going to go there. I think the furthest we pushed was someone of the calibre of Ben White, which we all know Leeds were pushing for. Leeds were massively pushing for, but it got to the £30-35 million mark, and Brighton were not budging. Leeds let that one go. So there you go, an update there. And there's something here as well on Leeds United in general, and 4 more conversations are taking place, according to the Yorkshire Evening Post. And this is all highlighted by exactly what Leeds are looking at in this window. And I think the window hasn't officially started yet, so we're all a little bit confused as to what Leeds are looking for. Now, the YEP have noted down that Leeds are obviously interested in a new left-back. We've been speaking about Nicola Tagliafico, GALAN. We've been speaking about Romain Pereira. So that's clearly the staple of Leeds' transfer window. It is a left-back. We all know that. Now, what sort of player were Leeds United targeting? Outside of being able to play a left-back, the report suggests the player ORTA has spoken to has the attitude Marcelo Bielsa is looking for. As a result of the conversation, Leeds reportedly feel as if they've moved into a strong position on the transfer front. We'll get into that in a little bit on who exactly that is. Could Leeds United sign more players this summer? It's claimed that ORTA is currently talking to 5 players in the hope of bringing 3 of them to the club this summer, and obviously that's because of the difficulty of the transfer market. I would like 5 players. I'd like us to be talking 7, get 5 players, but if we're talking to 5 and get 3, that's absolutely fine. In this specific piece, they're also talking about Leeds still being interested in Ryan Kent, him still being a target, but not been attainable whatsoever. Now, an interesting comment, what Victor Orta did say when he was quoted on the Phil Hayes show in May. It's a strange market. I think obviously I want all the new players to start pre-season. I still have a long month of June, and hopefully in June we can finish the job. So I think what they're looking to do, what we all want as Leeds United fans, is for them to get this sort of stuff done early. Leeds might be without 7 players due to competitions, European competitions, etc. at the start of pre-season, which is obviously going to be difficult for Leeds. But having the new players in to bed in within that time period is absolutely critical. Now, Paul Robinson has spoken about the England side and why other Premier League teams aren't as fit as this Leeds United squad. Paul Robinson is baffled by how other Premier League managers are unable to get their players to the fitness levels of this Leeds United squad. And we've spoken about this before on the Rumour Mill and on One Leeds in general. Everyone speaks about Leeds United as this staple of fitness, and our numbers are by far higher than any other Premier League side. I'd ask the question to any other Premier League manager, why can you not get your players to that level? Why, if we can get an average championship squad to winning the championship at a canter and doing superbly in the Premier League with a few additions, why other teams can't do that? Now, we heard Ralph Hasenhüttl talking, the Southampton manager, about him wanting to have his side playing like Leeds, having his side wanting to be like Leeds. Now, that was a massive compliment because obviously Southampton are an established Premier League side and Leeds are a newly promoted side, but it's almost quite embarrassing for these Premier League managers that Leeds are just so much fitter. And the reason I mentioned England at the start is because the Leeds players are such an integral, or should be an integral part of this England squad. You look at 3 Villa players in there, 3 Everton players in there, but there's been instances this season where Leeds have ran those players off the park. And for me, in this England side, there should be a staple of players. A lot of people are talking about Trent being out. For this one, if he is to bring another right back, for me it has to be Luke Ayling. Patrick Bamford, obviously Greenwood left the side. Should Bamford be in there? Who knows? But obviously Calvin Phillips in there as well. But the staple of this England side is only going to be benefited by more and more Leeds United players in there, even if they are to set a benchmark in training for these players. But I just think it's completely embarrassing for these top clubs, top facilities, top players to not be at the same fitness level of Leeds United, and that's kudos to Marcelo Bielsa. Now, the big rumour on the mill today is, like we've been speaking about, Javi GALAN, and for me this one is getting closer and closer and closer. According to the Catalan newspaper, the fullback is far away from Sevilla after his situation took a radical turn in recent hours. Now, obviously Sevilla are looking at Javi GALAN as well, the left back at Huesca, who Leeds United have been heavily linked with, and it looks like they're in a real battle with Sevilla. Mundo once again echo claims by ABC Sevilla, an official Sevilla newspaper, regarding the player's new release clause of €4 million, and add GALAN already has his suitcases ready and he's ready to sign for for Marcelo Bielsa's side as Sevilla exit the race for the left-back. This would indicate Galan's move to Leeds could be concluded soon, and if the deal goes through, he will take Ezcan Alioski's place at Ellen Road. The North Macedonian will leave as a free agent in the summer. I'm still not sure on that. I'm still not sure on what's going on with Alioski. That'll be interesting to monitor. But Javi Galan, some serious reports there from Mundo Deportivo, ABC Sevilla, essentially claiming that when the window opens, Leeds, and we've seen the links there with Victor ORTA when he's been speaking about wanting to get every deal done in June. That would link perfectly well. It seems to have gone quiet on Romain Perraud. If this guy's got a €4 million release clause, it's perfect. He's got more dribbles than any other left back in La Liga last season. He's very competent, very good defensively, very good going forward. He seems like he would be the perfect addition. That could have been smoother. So there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the Rumour Mill. Please get your comments in the section below. And as I say, I will be back doing this properly on Monday, back from the car. But listen, if you've enjoyed it, please like the video. And guys, I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.